Hi, the Method Actor speaks, and we have Camp Elaine coming on today, and I want her to tell you a little bit about what I'm raising here, this post of a film that she will be doing. It's coming out next year.
Yes.
It's called Pizza Boy Massacre. Special appearance by Elaine Balance. Ballas. I never get names right. It's the story of my life. So watch for this, folks. And coming in 2:15. So we'll put that here for now. And I'll join you. So tell the audience a little bit about you, who you are.
Well, okay. Hi, I'm Elaine Ballas, aka Camp Elaine. So if you're on Facebook, you will see this picture. You'll know it's Camp Elaine.
Put it up again.
Okay. Wait, there we go.
Okay.
Gotta move it the other way. There we go.
Move it a little more. There we go. Okay, Camp Elaine, that's the one?
That's the one.
And then we have this one here.
Okay, well, this one is for a new project that I did, and it's called Camping.
You and the dog.
Oh, yeah, that's my co-star. Can you see it? Oh,
Yeah,
you're doing much better at that.
Yeah.
Okay, that one is going to be in the Glendale Film Festival, which Velvet Roads is starting, the first International Glendale Film Festival, and it's entered in shorts, because it's a short. And not that I'm wearing shorts.
What does short mean? How long?
Well, this one's under 5 minutes.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, and he's my co-star.
And what's his name? Or her
His name is Oreo.
Oreo. Well,
Yeah, he's the love of my life.
Now, who do we have here?
Okay, now this is a movie that's coming out in October, and if you're in Los Angeles, you can go to the Laemmle Theater in Beverly Hills. It starts October 3rd, and it'll run for 7 consecutive days. So it'll run through the time that we're at the Glendale Film Festival, so I'll have 2 things going at once.
Wow.
Yes, and that one is called, it's based on a true story. It's called The Heartbreaker's Revenge. And it's based on a true story, and it's from someone from Haiti, and the star of the show, that is not the star, that was my favorite character in the show,
Really?
though. Yeah, that was the pimp. But the man was from Haiti. He's in the United States. He lived, he was a lawyer, became a lawyer, and what happened was, I don't want to give it away, but he was caught having an affair. His wife caught him having an affair, and the rest, you'll have to go see the movie.
Oh, so it's in the movie, not in real life.
It was based on a true story.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, and so, and it really happened in Los Angeles, and the actors are wonderful. The star is from, he's a Bollywood, not Bollywood, but he's from Haiti, or Ghana, and so he stars in a lot of those movies, and Miss Haiti 2012 is in the movie, and other actors from here. So I played the judge, hence the robe.
Oh.
So I am the judge, and you should see how he is sentenced.
I would believe it.
But it's all based on a true story, so I really had nothing to do with the sentencing.
Now, how did this come about? How did this...
The film, I auditioned for the film, and they started doing it, and then the director got sick, and they stopped shooting, and then they resumed shooting in February of this year, and we went to Atlanta.
We shot in Atlanta?
Yeah, but most of it was shot in LA, but then for whatever reason he decided to do this part, the court scene, and a couple other scenes in Atlanta. So that was very strange. I don't know.
Well, it is a lot cheaper to shoot down there. We know that, but I mean, I don't know.
But by the time you get through taking everybody there, the crew...
Oh, they took you there.
Yeah, they took us there.
Yeah.
And there were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actors that they flew in.
Really?
So, you know, the crew was there, and it probably is a lot cheaper. But I have noticed lately, because I have been working downtown a lot in different projects and films, commercials, whatever. And I think Los Angeles is now opening up to be more business friendly and more film friendly. So,
they're trying to.
Yeah, because everyone's whipping our butts.
Well, it's true. I believe only one major film was shot here last year.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
And it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, when I outside here on Magnolia Boulevard today, they were shooting something on television.
Oh, good.
Television. It's like television commercials.
Television and commercials, but you're
like
right.
that.
As far as features, they are shooting them elsewhere, and hopefully, I heard on a business report that the Small Business Association is desperately trying to get, if nothing else, better customer service, and so they're trying to get the permits to be eased a little. They're trying to get the people to be a little more friendly towards business. Sure. And so hopefully they are opening it up, and Sheila Gruhl, not that I'm into politics here, but Sheila Gruhl is one person who really has tried to get more production done in Los Angeles because she was a child actor.
Yeah, but she ran for mayor, didn't she? Was she the one that just ran for mayor?
No. She did not. She was in the House of Representatives before, and now I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
She played Zelda on Dobie Gillis.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so she was. She's a big fan of the movie industry, of course, and so she's desperately trying and has tried to get a lot of bills passed. So that would be the one person I am totally supporting because she's for the film industry.
Garcetti's for it too.
Yes, well, he's. That's why I think it's opened up a lot.
Well, they're up there now trying to get it passed. You know, with the tax incentives.
Right.
That's what they really need. That's because everybody's going, and then we need the public to get behind it because everything is being done. People don't realize it's not just the actors. It's mom and pop stores, the dry cleaners.
Exactly.
Everybody's losing money.
Exactly, and it's also the restaurants because if people are, you know, in the area, they're going to eat at the restaurants. They're going to find the restaurants that they like, so they lose if, you know, production's taken away. Just your everyday stores, people are going to buy stuff. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I need this or I need that, and they're going to buy it. So it totally support Los Angeles and the film industry.
This is a great shot of you.
Oh, I love it. That's my favorite picture of all time.
Now, tell the audience about Campy Elaine.
Well, Campy Elaine, it's basically just a fun character that seems to always be in the wrong place at the wrong time or tries to do stuff that it's just fun. There's nothing political about it. There's nothing mean about it. It's just fun.
And you created this yourself?
Yes, I did.
Now, how long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been doing it on and off for a long time. I did it recently again about 3 or 4 years ago, and then I stopped for a while, and then I've resumed it again. So it's fun. It's a fun character. It's just a matter of getting, you know, the right chemistry of people and the right, you know, the people to do it. And the new one, which is entered in the film festival, isn't out yet. So you have to wait till after the film festival, and then it'll be posted. So
that's
you
the
can
Glendale.
all see it. Yes, the Glendale Film
October
Festival.
What? No,
it's 9th, 10th, and 11th. Yes.
Right.
And so if you're in the LA area, definitely come check out all the films. There's going to be films, web series, TV series, shorts, feature-length films, everything, and it's in a beautiful venue.
That's what she was saying.
Oh my gosh.
You could eat and drink and everything.
It's beautiful.
It's like a dinner theater.
It is.
Movies.
It is. It's brand new. It's beautiful. You will love it. You won't even feel like you're in Los Angeles, which it's Los Angeles adjacent. Glendale's its own city, you know. So.
Well, yeah, like Burbank and
Burbank, Glendale. They're their own cities.
Man.
And it's wonderful. So definitely come out. And the award ceremony is on the 11th. So here's hoping Campy Elaine wins.
Now, your godfather, is he your godfather?
Who's that?
Who's your godfather?
I don't have one.
You don't have a godfather.
No.
You're gonna tell who's your from Frankenstein?
Oh, Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks. He's my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Godfather.
Oh, I wish he could be anything. definitely my favorite person in the whole wide world, a mentor, advisor, everything.
That's what I mean, on Camp Elaine,
Yeah.
does he advise you all?
Not really, no. He has seen, I think I sent him an episode, and I want to send him this new episode because there's a special, I always try and give him a special tribute.
Really?
Yeah.
He is
Because
a gift to us.
Oh my goodness, he is a legend, and I told him that he said, well, I'll have to live till 200 or something just to get all the stuff done that I want to get done, and I said, please do, because there's nobody like him.
No,
you know?
it's true.
There's
really.
nobody like him. He's brilliant. He's absolutely a genius on every level. I mean, not just films, but he knows so much about everything. You know, medicine, health, you name it, he knows about it.
Probably why he's still around.
Oh yeah, he's very healthy.
Yeah.
Very, very healthy. There's nothing wrong with him.
And what I'm going to say is that a lot of you, we lost, Joan Rivers.
Oh, that was
and
so
you were a comedian
sad.
in that world.
Well, the thing that is so sad, I mean, really sad, and she was definitely a trailblazer. She was on the top of her game at all times. She met with adversity and became the winner because she had so many things that went wrong in her life, and I mean, with her husband and, just different things getting canceled, and what happened with the fallout with Johnny Carson. And she always, I mean, they talk about Madonna, but she totally reinvented herself every single day and just had more shows out there, and just, she always was. And it's tragic. I mean, there's Robin Williams, there's Joan Rivers. I mean, God, please, no more. We need some comedy here,
It's true, yeah, that
You
with
know?
him and her gone. And she was such a talent. And it was obvious how much she loved what she did.
Absolutely. And that's the key. The one thing Mel did teach me, and that is in the new everything, passion. If there's no passion, there is nothing. And she definitely had passion for the entertainment business, as does Mel. And I think if you don't have passion, then you shouldn't be in the business.
Right.
Because there are going to be a lot of ups and downs, but you have to love the business more than anything in the world to continue on. I think that's the driving force.
That's the driving force. And speaking of driving forces, outside of these projects that you mentioned here, what else are you doing that you really want to talk about?
Well, there's another project that I have, which is called Pass the Light, and that's going
Pass the Light?
Pass the Light. And so it's kind of like pass it forward. And Pass the Light is a faith-based film, and it is really wonderful because it really deals with passing it forward. In other words, doing good for everybody so that no one is discriminated against. And I'm going to have whom I believe is a star of the show, although she is just in one part of it. But this girl, Camille, and she's just precious. She was born, and I don't think they gave her really a chance to live at all. And she's now 10. She's been in a film. She's written books.
She's written books?
Yeah, she's written books, and she's severely challenged, I guess. I won't say handicapped. I would just say challenged. And she's just, when she smiles, she lights up the world. Not just the room, the world, okay? Pressure's on, Camille. And it's a beautiful film about, just passing the light forward, about what goes on in the world and all the adversity that people are faced with and all the challenges. And you have to have her on.
I would love to, yeah. I told you before.
She's definitely.
Off camera, it would, my pleasure.
And that film is coming out in the first quarter, so somewhere between January and March of
is
next
there a name?
year. It's called Pass the Light.
Pass the Light.
Yeah, it was filmed about a year and a half ago, and so they finally got the right distributor, and it's a new distributor that's doing new projects. And so it's not really a new distributor, but they've branched off into another area. So they're doing some new projects, and this is one of their first projects that they're going to be distributing.
It's hard to get, we can make the films, but to get it out there.
The distribution. That's the key. That's the key. But it's kind of like I think there is a distributor for everybody if you really try hard enough. So
it's rough. It's called show business.
right, the business part's the hardest.
Oh, and it's unbelievable.
Right, the business part is the hardest, but the show part's the easy. Well, I shouldn't even say that, but the show part's the most fun, I think. You know, it's the business part.
Live part, the live act. Do you like to do live audiences?
Well, live audiences are great. I was a professional ice skater, so there were no take twos, so I was used to live audiences for years. So in the old days of the sitcoms where they used to do it before a live audience, and they used to do it twice, they used to do like a dress rehearsal and then they would do the show. So that was always fun to me.
Like
because,
a theater.
Yeah.
Like theater.
Right. And there would be a few, you know, pickups if they needed it or something like that. But for the most part, you were out there live and you just did it. And I loved it because it was like skating. Now they kind of shoot the sitcoms a little bit differently. I mean, you could be there 6 or 8 hours, and I mean, that was never the way, you know. And so sometimes I think they overshoot and overkill.
They can, especially now with digital. They can go on forever.
Right.
You know?
Right. So sometimes I think it's like, oh, okay, well, we didn't like that, so we'll erase it and try again. And it's like, sometimes I think, you know, it just gets stale. I mean, the actor gets stale, the scene gets stale, and everything. So it's really hard to keep it fresh all the time. But like in a long-standing play, it's the same for the actor every night to go out there and do the role and bring something fresh to it. So it's, once you've got the character down, I think, once you've got the character down, you know the lines, I think sometimes you just kind of go off the vibe of the audience and whatever energy is there and maybe try something, you know, a little bit different. Fresh. Yeah, just to keep it fresh.
Yeah, it's because it can get boring doing the same thing.
Right. It's like, oh, here we go again.
I did a play many years ago, and one of the compliments I got, Bruce Kirby was one of the actors in it.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, we love to watch you because we never knew what you were going to do. And I was brought up on to break the rules.
Oh, yeah. Or at least stretch the boundaries.
Right. As far as you can.
Stretch the boundaries.
And half the time, I didn't know what I was going to do either. And I just go out there and
just go be in the moment.
In the moment, and whatever it took me, and it depended, it could be, you know, what happened that day, whatever, or the reaction I was getting from the other actor.
Right.
And sometimes you don't get the right one, and things were, it's an interesting process that people don't see. We know what's going on.
And sometimes it makes the actor that you're acting with, the other actors, it kind of makes them have to listen.
Oh yeah, they keep them on their toes.
Right, you know, it makes them have to listen because it's like, oh no, what's she gonna say, or what's he gonna say, or you know, what's gonna happen this time, you know. So rather than it's the same mundane thing, if somebody comes out and they're not sure what's gonna happen, they're at the top of their game too.
And I always loved it in theater when people go up on their lines. What I mean by that is they're supposed to be saying this here and saying this over here, and they say this over here instead of...
Right, they forget or something.
Half of the play is gone.
Right, yeah, well, there goes
and you
yours.
got to bring it back somehow.
Right, so that's another reason you have to listen all the time, and oftentimes there are actors that just don't listen.
Now, who was, when you were growing up, who were your favorites and that you idolized or wanted to emulate?
Well, of course, Mary Tyler Moore. Everybody wanted to be Mary growing up. But, you know, then you just go back to all the old classics. I mean, Emma Jean Coca, Lucille Ball, you know, just all of them. Doris Day.
You have a little bit of that in you.
I know, everyone says that. Everyone says Doris Day. And I really relate to, I think her movies, of all the movies, were the ones that, you know, when I watch, I go, gosh, I could play that. I could play that. That would be fun.
It's funny, in teaching acting, I'm beginning to get class, and one of the reasons I'm having everybody do the same scenes is because you ever do a scene, you watch a scene, and you want to do it.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do in my class is I have everybody do the same scene, and it's all geared, which is good for you to do. First of all, actually, scenes from the Boom Boom Room.
I'm not familiar with
David
that.
Rabe wrote
Okay.
the play. It's one of the best plays for women
Oh, okay. That
ever out
works.
there. I mean, it's about go-go dancers in the '60s.
Oh, okay.
You know, and their relationships and this and that. There's some great monologue. Read it. It's a great play.
There's somebody, Kevin Van Meter, who's on Facebook. He is trying to get all the go-go dancers and Hullabaloo. That was the show.
Hullabaloo.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's trying to get that on Broadway.
Oh. There's a big difference between the go-go dancers of the '60s
Right.
and what you have today. And
Oh yeah.
I was watching somebody do the Boom Boom Room, two girls doing the scenes from it, and yet they made it like strippers.
Present.
You know, the guys
Oh.
putting the money in this stuff. That didn't happen. They were in
No,
cages.
they were in cages. Goldie Hawn was a go-go
Right,
dancer.
right. That was the Metropole was the famous one in Manhattan.
Oh,
If you
okay.
ever watch oh God, Jack Lemmon and they were roommates, Walter Matthau,
Oh, The Odd Couple.
The Odd Couple, that big scene
Oh yeah.
in the Metropole. They go. Friends of mine were dancing there because I was studying acting then.
And
in Greenwich
Whiskey a
Village.
Go-Go, I believe, had go-go
Whiskey,
dancers.
yeah, they all did. They
Yeah.
all did. Trudy Heller's, all of them places. They all had go-go dances. But the famous one was that. It was up there on Broadway. It was great. That was a great era. I mean,
The thing about the 60s, irrespective of anything else, there was an innocence, I think.
okay, that's a good way of looking at it.
And I think everyone had hope, there was an innocence. And now we're with all the information that's available to everybody. I mean, iPhones, iPads,
Right,
everything.
Yeah.
iDisaster. It's the computers and everything. There's so much information that it's almost information overload for people, and we still don't know the truth.
It's true.
You
You
know,
want
I
to
mean,
talk to
everything
somebody
that's-
today, you got to go, this is what you're going to be talking to.
Right.
A picture.
Right, exactly. And most people don't even answer phones anymore. So, and they say, oh, and with texting, and you only have X number of characters for texting, so grammar has totally gone out the window, and it's like, and I taught English at one point, so it was like, oh no, what's happening to the grammar? Where's it going? No. And they'll say, they are all confused between two, and two, or there, and there, or something like that, and it's just like, if you mention...
Those twos, and there.
Right.
You're right, I am too.
And it's like, no, and I still try to, do the grammar correctly, but sometimes you're just not allowed to do it because you can't do the punctuation properly.
Right.
So it's like,
It is.
okay.
We live in an era today where there's plenty of communication, but no involvement.
Well, that's a good
nothing
way
personal.
of putting, yeah, nothing personal.
That's what I
Nothing
meant.
personal.
Nothing
yes.
personal where we can, today everything is over the internet and this and that. If you want to talk, I mean, Facebook is great for meeting people and old friends and this and that. But kids today they don't know how to play games.
No.
Nobody goes out. You don't see anybody out there on the street.
Well, part of it I understand because of the times. It's
We live
like
in a-
people
yeah, okay.
people say that kids never did anything. I mean, I know as a child growing up, I went to Hollywood Professional School, and there were a lot of skaters that went there as well because I started there because I was a professional ice skater at age 8. But the problem is, we would take the bus and walk, and there were some unsavory types. Nonetheless, it was still relatively safe to be
Safe,
walking
yeah.
or taking a bus. Nowadays, you really don't know who's out there. So
That is true.
you do kind of have to be somewhat careful and somewhat aware. But I do think we all have phones. Answer them if you can. Answer them, return a call, something.
I don't have a cell phone, so I can't. And a lot of people don't realize that.
You don't have a cell phone?
Not really. That's why I answered that phone.
Oh, okay.
So when you ask me to text, I can't text.
Oh, no, you can't. It's like,
Yeah.
and I'm horrible with text.
Yeah.
Text is the last way. If you want to reach me, don't text me. Call me, send me a message or something. Except now, with I don't know, there's something on Facebook, and I haven't been able to get my messages off of my phone. I don't know why it says install this. So I finally said, okay, fine, I'll install it. And then my phone said error. So Facebook messages are like not good on my phone.
Well,
So
that's
you
what
have
you
to,
were telling me.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it said download Chrome, so the latest edition. So I said, okay, great, download it. Error. You know, I feel like, you know, what was that with the robot? Lost in Space.
Oh yeah, Lost in Space.
My tribute to Bob May, God love him, rest his soul.
Now,
he was a wonderful man.
I'm going to be running out of time. I just want, do you have a website that people can go to?
No, not really. They could go to, there's many ways of reaching me. You could go to Facebook, Camp Elaine. You could go to the Camp Elaine fan page. You can go to YouTube, Camp Elaine. And otherwise, just scream, and I'll find you.
She'll find you. It's great. Cause, yeah, you
just
really,
scream.
You're out there. And,
yeah, I'm out there. I'm available.
Well,
I'm reachable and available.
Yeah. Oh, good. Now you just came back from an audition, didn't you? When you were coming here.
Right. And so I just, you know, and getting across town anymore in LA is a joke. You know, you have to leave 2 hours in advance, and if you're on the west side, and you have to take the 405, bring a picnic lunch, okay?
Yeah, it is. You're better off at the side streets sometimes.
But around that area, like Sepulveda is all blocked, and I don't know the other side streets. And
well, so you're on the other way on the other side by where you?
Oh, well, no, not today, but when you're over there, I mean, and sometimes at night trying to get onto the 405 and it's blocked, and they take you in all these different directions.
Yeah.
It'll take you 2 hours to get back.
Yeah. I really don't enjoy driving them. I was a cab driver in New York, so. You know, if I could take the bus out here, I'd do it all the time.
Well, actually, you live in a great location.
Oh yeah,
though, because you're right near the subway.
Right.
So, I mean, there is a subway in Los Angeles. Not too many people know where it is, where it goes, or where to find it, or when it runs. But we do have one.
It really is good because I just go up there now. I'm going over to the Directors Guild for the films tonight.
So now, where would you go? What stop do you get off at?
I get off at Hollywood and Hollywood and Highland.
Oh, okay.
And then I get the bus. It takes me right.
Oh, that's right.
Fairfax.
Right.
The express bus takes me one stop.
Now, do you take it on Hollywood Boulevard, or do you have to walk down to Sunset?
No.
Hollywood Boulevard.
As soon as you get off the subway, it's right there.
Oh my gosh. See?
Right there, and you get on it. It's one bus. The express bus is 780. Drops you. The next stop is Fairfax and Sunset.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
So it's one stop.
A one-stop shopping, yeah. If you're like kind of near locations, like near subway stations or something, you can figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm often amazed when I'm on set and people say, "Oh, I took public transportation." It's like, how did you find this place? You know, there's public transportation.
It is if you catch it right, it's great. But if you don't, you can lose a half hour here and a half hour there.
Yeah.
This and that. And especially in the valley, the buses run not as good as they run on the other side.
Right, in Hollywood or downtown, I think it's a little bit better. But I told somebody one time to take the subway to LA Live, which is at Staples Center.
Right.
And he said the only problem with that is apparently at night it stops at midnight or 1 or something.
Yeah, during the week it stops at midnight. But on the weekends it runs later.
Oh, okay.
Same with the Orange Line. I think they run till about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Manhattan where they run all night long.
They should. They should.
They should.
And you live in a great area here in
It's
like,
a very artsy area. It's like a
lot
of theaters, off Broadway theaters and things like that. Very creative and I enjoy it. It's like I don't know how long I'll be. I'm looking for it, but we'll see. Time will tell.
So, do you prefer theater, television, or film?
Well, right now I I enjoy theater, but I'd rather work with film right now because that's where the money is. You know, but the film theater is My training is in the theater, you know, from New York. So that's
Yeah.
really,
Well, my training was on ice, and then
that's a
went
big
into
jump
film.
from ice to,
Well,
yeah.
but that was the discipline of an athlete. There are no take twos, so you